I'm pleased to be joined by Mayor Holworth and other elected officials who collect and carefully spend your tax dollars here in Mississippi. As Mississippi Democratic Party Chairman and as a State House member from 1996 to 2008, I can tell you that Mississippi taxpayers expect their leaders to use common sense when it comes to collecting and spending tax dollars. Common sense is a Mississippi value, a value we hold dear here in our state, but don't see nearly enough in Washington, D.C. President George Bush and Senator John McCain's plans continue to spend $10 billion a month in Iraq at a time when Iraq has a surplus of over $79 billion. Let me be very clear. Our country is currently running a budget deficit of more than $400 billion, and Iraq is running a budget surplus of over $79 billion. Yet John McCain wants to continue spending $10 billion a month in Iraq with no end in sight. It's time to say enough is enough. We need a president who has a plan to responsibly bring this war to an end and address our domestic issues here at home. Barack Obama is that president. He would carefully redeploy our troops out of Iraq over 16 months, spending and sending additional reinforcements to Afghanistan to combat the growing terrorist threat. This is in stark contrast to John McCain, who has no plan to end the war and wants to continue spending $10 billion a month in Iraq. What is the cost of staying in Iraq? According to the National Priorities Project, a research organization that analyzes federal data so people know how their tax dollars are spent, Mississippi taxpayers will pay over $2.6 billion of the total Iraq spending approved to date. As chairman of the Mississippi Democratic Party and a tax-paying resident of the state of Mississippi, I find this absolutely appalling. Why? Well, the $2.6 billion in Iraq will cost Mississippi taxpayers would do the following. Provide 574,211 Mississippians with health care for 1 year. Provide 37,594 affordable housing units to low-income Mississippians for 1 year. Provide 425,567 Head Start places for Mississippi children for 1 year. And pay for 52,382 Mississippi elementary school teachers for 1 year. And it's good to see our children here with us today. Let me tell you something. It's time to elect Barack Obama the next president of the United States. It's time to change Washington, because America cannot afford 4 more years of the same. Thank you, and I'll be happy to take any questions that any of you may have.
Sandra Knispel starts asking a question, and then we go on a punch. She goes like this. No, Sandra, we will applaud. You're like, no, no, you're not in charge of crowd control here. Sorry, Sandra, PBS.